Donald Trump then said that maybe Canada should just become the 51st state.
Being considered the 51st state or a satellite state of the United States
is doubling down on his jokes about Canada becoming the 51st state.
Canada could become the 51st state.
His hilarious trolling of Governor Justin Trudeau of the great state of Canada.
Now this video is in the continuity of the thought process started by President-elect Donald J. Trump. And I have put down all the facts in this video that would support the idea of Canada and United States becoming as one. Either it becomes Canada or it becomes America. You can decide for yourself. Donald Trump, on his first meeting with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, told him that Canada can become 51st state of America with Justin Trudeau as his governor. He said that on Thanksgiving Day, November 29. Following Tuesday, he truthed, not tweeted, truthed a photo of himself standing beside Canadian flag singing Canadian national anthem, O Canada. The facts in favor of America becoming the part of Canada. Number 1. Canada is the biggest democratic country in the world by area. 3.855 million square miles. America 3.80 million square miles. Both of them together would be 7.66 million square miles. If they get together, this would be the biggest country in the world ever existed. Number 2 fact is Canada has more oil reserves than America. It has like 170 billion barrels. America has 35 billion barrels. Together, it would become 206 billion barrels. This would make Canada the biggest resource of oil in the world, which is much needed by Americans, especially with the new drill baby drill policy of incoming Republicans. Number 3 fact is Canada does not have gerrymandering as America has. Remember, gerrymandering is in direct contrast with democratic principles. In democracy, voters choose their rulers at all levels. But gerrymandering is a way to circumvent that, making one party to choose the leaders for their voters. This is a big problem in America for many years. Governor California Arnold Schwarzenegger has mentioned that time and again in his speeches, in his lectures, in his books, and he always supports the people who act against gerrymandering to provide purest form of democracy to America. Watch this video.
When we did gerrymandering, when we fought gerrymandering in California, that has been around for 200 years. And then all of a sudden we come in and say we want to get rid of that. How many people said, you're crazy, that's never going to happen. And then, of course, gerrymandering, the fighting gerrymandering, the initiative lost 1 time, it lost 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And the press asked me when I was governor, don't you get the message that people are not interested in getting rid of gerrymandering? It's never going to happen. People are never going to vote for it. And I said, no, I don't get that message. I said, I think we're just going to continue on and keep fighting and fighting and fighting. But I can guarantee you, because I've seen it, both parties hate when you get involved in this, because both parties are doing it. I gave you the examples the last time, when you talk about, places like North Carolina, where they have, Republicans control that state, and the Democrats have 47% of the votes, but they only get 23% of the seats. So, there's something terribly wrong. Or when you have Maryland, this is a democratically controlled state, and the Republicans have 35% of the votes and only get 12.5% of the seats. There's something terribly wrong. Or as the President Reagan experienced in the 80s, 1984 to be exact, when he ran for president and he won easily. And the Republicans had 500,000 more votes. But somehow the Democrats ended up with 31 more seats. So he was, of course, very upset about that. And he called it anti-democratic and un-American. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I have 3 where the Republicans have the majority. Isn't that interesting, huh? And the Democrats, if this in half, they have now 2 districts. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here's 9 over here. So they win 2 districts, and the Republicans win 3 districts. So they're the winners. So that's how you fix the drawing of the district lines in your favor. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way they have done it in Maryland. That's how they've done it in North Carolina. They've done it all over the United States. So this is what we want to avoid. We want them to draw the district lines the way it is here. To be fair, when the Republicans have 40%, then give them 40% of the seats. If the Democrats have 60%, give them 60% of the seats. That's the way it should be divided up. That's the fair way of doing it. It is nothing that is better than, having a system in place that works, like getting rid of gerrymandering, having open primaries, and finding ways of bringing people together and bringing them to the center. That's the key thing.
Canada does not have gerrymandering. Whoever Canadians vote for get into power. The proportion of voters is translated into proportion of seats in the parliament. Any party can win. There is no favor for any particular party. This would be a big difference in American politics and development in right direction if America becomes Canada. Number 4 reason is really valuable to Republicans who have actually suggested to make Canada one of the states in America. The Canadian public is mostly conservative. Republicans, in other words. In almost every election, conservatives always secured popular vote. With the exception of last election, for many years, Democrats have been securing popular votes. They are faring well in America, and conservatives are faring well in here. So if America becomes Canada, Republicans are going to flourish. Number 5 reason is that America does not have any universal healthcare system. Canada has it. In Canada, there is no opposition to this universal health system. Both the parties here work together to make this healthcare system better. They even criticize the government if they don't keep up their standards or they don't improve the system continuously. But in America, this has been a contentious issue. Whether to have it or not to have it, one party supports it, the other party opposes it. Canadian universal health care system can be implemented all over Canada swiftly, benefiting millions of people. Imagine one person getting some serious organ disease in the family. He has to waste all his savings in the treatment. This does not happen when you have a universal healthcare system. Number 6 reason is that Canada does not have federal debt as much as America has it. Canadian government federal debt is at $40 billion. The important thing to notice here is that opposition does not have to point that out. Someone within the government exhorts the authorities or the Prime Minister to take care of the finances immediately. The situation is never let out of control. But in America, situation is already out of control. Government has to pass a bill to increase the debt limit to avoid US default on its obligations. Both the parties have no choice but to support the bill to increase the debt limit. The debt to GDP ratio in America is more than 100%. It is currently at 123%, which is $36.13 trillion. It's way more than what America actually produces. The GDP currently is at $27.36 trillion. Being one of the provinces of Canada, this trend of both the parties increasing the debt limit again and again could be sidelined. There could be numerous other reasons for America to become one of the provinces of Canada, or maybe 2 provinces of Canada, an Alaska and Southern province. Just like there are many reasons for Canada to become one of the states of America. These kind of ideas of annexation or a union of America and Canada are not new. They have turned up so many times in history, in 1700s, in 1800s, in 1900s, and now 2000s. Now, why did Donald Trump say that Canada can become one of the states of America? It could be a joke, just like there was a joke of Jesus Land back in 2004 after a US election. 2 countries were formed, United States of Canada and Jesus Land. But Mr. Donald Trump truthed about it again recently in his Truth Social. He says, "It was a pleasure to have dinner the other night with Governor Justin Trudeau of the great state of Canada. I look forward to seeing the governor again soon so that we may continue our in-depth talks on tariffs and trade, the results of which will be truly spectacular for all. DJT." I think it is his love for Canada. He has said it so many times before.
I would not build a wall on the Canadian border.
Any issues with our relations with Canada? Any comments you want to make about Canada to the audience up there?
I love Canada. Canada, 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 Canada. I love Canada. I agree. I love Canada. All true. We love Canada. I even love the national anthem. It's called, very appropriately, "O Canada." Would you like me to sing it? At least Canada knows how I feel. Love the people of Canada. And I love Canada, by the way. I have so many friends. I have everybody.
See, why would President of United States of America say that he loved Canada? He actually loves Canada, and for better or worse, Donald Trump is really famous in Canada. So there are many benefits of America becoming one of the provinces of Canada. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, share. If you don't like this video as a Canadian, I would say I am sorry.